And good morning, Jordan and everyone. How are you guys doing this morning? So welcome to I think it's the 28th episode of the Adventures of Qyune and Sam as we do the Ironman challenge. For those of you that are new to the Ironman challenge, we'll quickly knock out the rules real quick. First of which is no dying, no gear above white quality, no gear enchants, no talents, no potions, no flasks, no elixirs, no healthstones, no joining groups or raids, no entering dungeons or raids. I take that back, you can't enter dungeons or raids, but you know, to complete a quest maybe. But you cannot kill any of the bosses in those dungeons or raids. No food buffs, no XP boosting activities such as recruit a friend, monk racial, XP potions, etc. No pet battle leveling, no bodyguards, and no professions aside from first aid. So, with the rules done, I have a tiny bit of bad news. I was hoping to be able to start Cataclysm today. So, if you go back to where we entered into the Outland as well as Northrend, we could enter Outland at 58, and then we could enter Northrend at 68. However, Cataclysm only levels from 80 to 85. So, and doing a little bit of research this morning, it looks like I have to be 80 to even get into Hyjal. So, that being said, the questing is going to be a little unprepared. So that makes me nervous in and of itself. Usually, when you deviate from what you want to do, that's when stuff can go south. So, we'll play it safe. We're gonna finish up in Shulzar Basin, since that's the case, and I think the leveling is gonna be a little bit slower today, just because you know, we're toward the end of the questing in the Shulzar Basin. We're at the end of the questing in Dragonblight, so we're gonna be kind of struggling where to go next. I don't want to go to Storm Peaks because the entry into there, eventually you have to find the what is it called? The mining. You have to break through a minefield, and if you hit that wrong, that can sit there and bounce you around in the air until you die. So I kind of want to avoid that in general. We may try to sneak back there and do the other quest for that. The other option is to go into Icecrown, but then you're getting into an area where that's for your capped out players at that time. So there's a lot of mobs that can one-shot geared leveling players, much less those that have no gear. So we could go the easy route and kind of work our way into Grizzly Hills or maybe Soul Drake and knock out quests there. That's kind of boring. We'll see how it goes and how we progress. I think I might do Icecrown and just play it safe because the XP is probably going to be the largest amount per kill as well as per quest. So we'll just work our way through and see where the quest progresses us, and kind of take it as we go. But it looks like whatever zone we go into, we're probably going to go into at about, I don't know, a quarter health. So with all that out the way, let's go ahead and get in here and do this. Let's finish up Shulzar Basin. I want to put aside the rules. FOD, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Gar, welcome back. How are you? Winter is here. Yes, we are surviving winter, it looks like. Hopefully. Like I said, this last level was a little unexpected. I thought we could sneak into Hyjal at 79, but that's not going to be the case. So we're going to see if, as much as possible, finish up the quest in this area, and just kind of see where we end up. Alright, so with that being said, let's have we sold everything? Yep, we are good as far as our bags go. Bag space. Just free bits of information as we work our way toward the first quest here. You can have, there's 3 items that you can have above white quality. The first of which is your shirt. So if you're questing and you pick up a green, blue, or purple shirt, Gar says, do you do for the Game of Thrones, right? Yes, I do. Kind of snuck that in since season 7. No, but the other 2 are your tabard. So you can have, if you have like the tabard light or whatever, you can throw that on just for the hell of it. And then your bags. So you can have up to like hexweave bags. I think that's the biggest one right now. And none of that will flag your account. I myself, I don't kind of wear a shirt or any sort of tabard just to kind of keep it safe, but what I may do is get bigger bags. Not that I necessarily need them, but Jordan says, which bow am I using? I am using the Mockery. We'll call it Mockery Light Recurve. You can buy that in Dalaran. It's actually better than any of the grays that I've seen drop. Work my way around this guy. So I think this might carry us all the way into Mount Hyjal. That's the other thing I figured out. For Cataclysm, we're kind of looking at two different zones, either Vashir, where's the water zone, or Mount Hyjal, and I definitely prefer Mount Hyjal over the other one. Alright, so I know we needed to go here and maybe take a port to the top. I'm not sure how this works, but I'm gonna stop pulling up my map so I don't blind myself here. But yeah, I thought there was going to be a lot more of white sets and whatnot where you could buy and kind of just trade up your transmog a little bit as you level, but that's definitely not the case at all. Alright, so we need to find the way to get up here. Is that what this is for? Oh, the power of Freya atop the glimmering pillar, so I think we have to get up there? Let's click it and see what happens. Yeah, we gotta be on top. Okay. So how is everybody doing this morning? It is Monday, in case you're still on the in the weekend mode. We are on Monday now, so yeah, there's that. But we're playing Warcraft, or at least watching it on Monday, so can't complain too much. Alright, so what we need to do is, I thought at the bottom of these pillars in general you're able to find some sort of port that gets you up to the top, but let me yeah, this is gonna be a slow day actually. I think we're just gonna have to read all the quests and wing it for the most part. We were not quick enough. Qyune, the cultist scum have arrived in the glimmering pillar and are making preparations to destroy it. I can sense them. We don't have much time. Blow on this horn atop the glimmering. And alright, well, getting to the top's the issue here. So let's see. Jordan says, how much damage does it do? I just found the new bow you might be interested in. Let's see. This bow does 26.67 damage per second. Now the key thing with hunters and their bows that I found yesterday or day before is that your special attacks, like your Cobra Shot, is based on your, not your damage per second, but the time in between. So the longer your, whatever you want to call this, the longer this time up here, I was going to point to it like you guys can see it, still early in the morning, that 2.1 speed, the higher that number is, the more that your Cobra Shot's going to hit for. So, you know, if you do decide to level a hunter, you know, there is that to consider, because more often than not, I hit them with Cobra Shot, I'd say almost 50% of the time, as opposed to auto shot, in my opinion. Of course, that's going to change, the faster the bow is, but I think I'm just not paying attention here. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing as far as this quest. I didn't think about it too much until this morning and realized that I couldn't make it to Cataclysm, so I was like, oh, okay. I need to actually figure out what I'm supposed to do here. There's no pathway, of course. Huh. So Freya, the avatar of Freya is here. She would have us run from that direction. So intuitively, you would think that some sort of indicator that you need to click this or run this path to get up to the top would be on this side. But I'm just not really seeing that anywhere. Oh, it's called Nog's Bow of Ineptitude. Where is it found, or does a vendor sell it? Let's see if we can work our way around here. Or is it a drop, actually? Huh. Yeah, unless I just misreading this, I'm not seeing any sort of indication of how to get to the top. Unless I was supposed to talk to Freya, which that could be a possibility, actually. And she just kind of ported me there. But I know at the bottom of other pillars, or at least one, I've seen that, you know, you kind of just walk into a gateway and you're there. Alright, so the crystal's not going to magically port us there. There's nothing. Alright, let's go back to Freya then. It's going to be one of these kind of mornings, it looks like, where we're kind of just winging it and seeing how we're supposed to do stuff. Let's see. Jordan says you can buy it on the auction house. It drops from Firelands, but it's level 74. Ooh, well, that's good to know. Let me write that down. Thank you, Jordan. Because you can use the auction house, believe it or not. Nog's Bow of Ineptitude. That's a fitting bow for the moment. Thank you, Jordan. I'll look that up after today's stream and maybe stop by the auction house and buy it. Alright, so we're gonna make our way back to Freya and see if she kind of ports us there or gives us any sort of indication or clue. Otherwise, we'll just go knock out this quest and see where that takes us. But I think since we have to finish up Northrend before, or get to level 80 before we can look at Mount Hydra, what we'll do is maybe go back to Dragonblight and finish up the zone there. There was a couple quests I just didn't bother finishing up because there was no real need to, but seems like the need is here now, so we'll take a look. Have you taken care of the cultists? Alright, that's a clue. It might, maybe within that cultist camp, right in between here, we might be able to find our way up there. So let's go ravage that camp one more time. Let them know we're still here. I think, you know, when it comes to your green drops, your blue drops, and as far as your white and gray drops, normally, say if you kill a level 80 mob, level 80, your green drops are going to be, you know, 75, 76, 77, maybe 78. And again, that actually depends on if the mob's elite or if it's in a camp or in a dungeon or something. But when it comes to gray items, usually you can get an item of the same level off the mob. So for example, you could get a level 80 gray, or more specifically, if your mob is even 70 in Northrend, I was getting 71 armor. So our armor that was level 71. So sorry, I'm trying to talk and figure this out at the same time. So they were talking about the cultists. I'm going to see if there's just something to click here, or I don't think it's going to take us 3 hours to get to 80, but at this rate it just might. They say the first sign of insanity is to do the same thing twice, expecting a different result. But I'm really kind of debating whether to run around that pillar one more time just to see if I missed it for some odd reason. Blow the horn up top the glimmering pillar to channel my power through the crystal. Maybe, well, now it says, oops, at top. We were not quick enough. The cultist scum have arrived at the glimmering pillar. Make preparations to destroy it. So how are they making preparations? This is why I decided not to be an investigator. By the time I figure it out, the whole crime's gonna have been completely planned out. Is there anything we can click up there? Alright, we're just gonna have to be thorough and throw a trap on this guy. So there's no fires to click, there's no items to pick up off these guys. Let's see. Alright, well, it looks like we're going to take one more, we're not going to call it a victory lap, we'll take one more lap around the pillar here. I'm going to blow the horn at the crystals, just on the off chance that something magical will happen. But, this all might be for nothing, actually. Typically, Blizzard's pretty good at kind of indicating where you need to go. You know, though, it's like for Ungoro Basin, there's 2 trees in front of, kind of on either side of a pathway leading up the mountain. But this is kind of out of character, or unless I'm just missing something really obvious. It is in the AM, so I'm gonna just use that as an excuse for the moment. Let's see, let's walk up to this one. There's nothing to click, nothing to indicate what we need to do. Ooh, Sam hit him hard. Let's see. Is there anything in this camp that would get us up there that we need to click on maybe, or no? Well, god damn. Let's see. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. This is stumping me, to be honest. Okay, so that means we're gonna have to wowhead it live. Sorry, guys. I am it's amateur hour at the moment, so give me a second here. Figure out what I need to do. This quest is called the Life Warden's Wrath. Warden. Quest. For those of you who use Wowhead or kind of reference it a good bit, if you start to see your game lag out or your function decrease in general, close out your Wowhead windows, because for some reason for the past couple months they've been having a huge issue in controlling their ads, and some people have been getting as many as 400 hits every 2 minutes. So just yeah, if you notice a stagnant in performance within your game or computer operation, just kind of close out all your Wowhead windows. You need to stand right underneath the glowing structure atop the pillar to blow the horn. Well, how? You know what? What am I doing? Just mount the fuck up, right? Jesus Christ. We're gonna blame that on it being an early AM. Jesus. Let's land here and work our way in. So we're gonna forget the past 20 minutes just happened. Pretend we're here now. So I'm going to wipe out everything here just to be safe. This area seems a little dense, so trap him. Pull this guy back. Pull him on the other side. Don't shoot that. Alright, so that's not too bad. I thought that was going to be a little more risky given the height we're at, but that's no issue. Alright, so we're here, finally. And we're going to blow the horn. Structure above begins to hum with energy, so we are going to get the hell off. And work our way back to Freya. So it looks like the rest of the zone, we're just going to assume, uses the flying mount. So with that being said, we might speed it up actually, being able to fly, now I'm thinking about it. The one thing I'm kind of nervous about with the Ice Crown, going to Ice Crown and questing, is I think they start us out on the ship. Alright. Freya's packed. What do we need to do? You can trust me, I'm no friend of the Lich Kings. I will not fail. So we've convinced her. Our Tower Freya wants us to go to the Maker's Perch and use the activation switch again. So let's go ahead and head that way. That might be kind of nice just to fly around our last level. So we'll catch up, we'll make up some time here and fly from spot to spot. The one thing about just my stream in general, for those that are new, is I try as much as possible not to fly, because it's a little less engaging with the environment. I think it takes out of the spirit of the Ironman challenge, except when you're in scenarios like this where the quest generally expects you to fly, evidently. So once we get to Hyjal, for the most part, we'll get right back on the ground mount and stay as immersed as possible, just out of the spirit of the challenge. By no means are others required to not use a flying mount, so this is just strictly my preference. I think we need to go back down in here. Do we? Activate the switch? Yes. Or is that above them? This is one of the reasons I'm not going to mess with Vashir, just because there's so many quests that you don't know if it's above you, below you, on the same level, and there's just a lot of time lost in figuring out what to do. So and the density of the mobs can get pretty intense pretty quick. So for the most part, we're going to do whatever we can to avoid going to Vashir, even though I kind of enjoyed it when it first came out. But it's going to be one of those things where I enjoyed it, but I don't think I could do it again and generate the same enjoyment. I think it's just good to do because it's never, you know, we've never had a water zone, but for the most part, I don't know if I'd do that again. Just like I kind of hope we don't get a flying zone just for the same reason. These guys hit Sam pretty hard. I am curious though, if in the near future they consider revamping the world once again. You know, say if an old guy gets pissed off and decides to revamp the world, because I think, according to some guys that are following the lore pretty closely, and if I understand them correctly, we still have half of Azeroth we really haven't seen. There's no real flight paths or shipping routes where we go from, what is it, Azeroth, where we go from the Eastern Kingdoms around the other way to Kalimdor. So, you know, this side of the continent never interacts with this side of the continent. It's always through the middle. So I think there's a possibility we haven't found everything on Azeroth, despite the fact that we've been to another planet or another time frame altogether. Let's see. But I guess I can kind of say the same things about humans. We've been to the moon, but most of the ocean, the vast majority of the ocean, in fact, hasn't been explored. So I guess there's a little bit of semblance and relatability there. Alright, so we're going to turn this back into Freya, and depending on what she has us do, we might go, I think she has us go to this tower at one point, and when we do that, we'll just drop this quest off here, because I have a feeling this is going to be kind of the end of the line for this quest. But hey, we're 10% in at the 30-minute mark. I do remember farming the hell out of titanium. Back then we would, me and the guild I was in, a lot of us would, once wintergrass ended, we would farm the area for hours on end, usually till the next match, and get as much titanium as possible. Activate the switch beacons, which are going to be through this structure in the wall over here. We are not going to fly across Wintergrass because that'll flag us for PvP, and I would say most guys my level that have BOE gears could probably put one dot on me and that would finish me off. So almost above everything, we don't want to get flagged for PvP. That's second to being found by a faction guard. Oh, let me just click this right here. Obtain a huge stone key from the nearby guardians. Alright, I can do that. Let's trap you. Let's go ahead and pull this guy just in case these guys pull together. But yeah, for those of you, the only reason I'm going to go over this again is because I did speak wrong a couple episodes ago, where I had said, you know, there wasn't much said about the auction house and purchasing items, putting up items for auction and whatnot. But they did say you can use the auction house as much as you want. They did kind of ask you to take a scout's honor and, like, say you have a stack of Frostweave, and not put that on the auction house for a 1,000 gold apiece and then have a friend buy it. You know, it kind of abuses the system, but there's no way they would be able to track that, so they're just kind of like, please don't do it. So Previously I said there is no use of the auction house, and that was incorrect. So you can use the auction house to buy gear, you know, your white quality and gray quality gear. That's no problem. And you can also use it to sell stuff, so you can get your various flying levels and training. Is that guy elite? Yes, he is. I wonder how hard he hits. I wonder if I should even be curious. 27,000. So if he just goes in a circle, it's not going to be a big deal. We'll just wait for him to cycle around. Usually those guys obviously have an incredible amount of armor. So what's 27,000 health to him may actually be equivalent to a mob that has 40k health. Just because of the amount of armor he has. Alright. Shield's base may be good to us. May actually get us to at least 25% before we get out of here. So that'd be really nice. We came in at level 77, I think. Made it to 79, and you know, still had quests at the end. So that's kind of nice. Just in case, if we click this thing, all these guys aggro. We're gonna kill them all before we even get there. Because Blizzard's sneaky like that. Oops. So let's slow them down. Wait for our whatever this is called to regenerate. And we're gonna press Sam and we're good to go. Okay. Yeah, good grief. They hit Sam for 1,500, I think. Watch your back here. G Smith says, G Smith, actually welcome. How you doing today? For when you find that epic white. That's right. Hey, some of them are rare enough. Rare enough just because people vendor it and have no use for whites that we might not be able to find that bow on the auction house. I don't know if I'll pay. How much gold do I have? I have 762 gold. You know, we really don't use gold for anything other than repairs and flight training, so I might not really care what the bow costs and just buy it. I think either the next level of flying gets us 300 flight speed or 320 flight speed. So we might save up for that. Since it is Monday, before we leave, we'll stop by that little area where the rare cat's supposed to spawn. I think I saw someone in chat farming them, so there's a good chance he probably won't be there, but just out of the spirit of being a hunter, I have to look. Ah, shit. Let's watch your back here. Res Sam. And we're good. But that means I'm gonna have to get a matching. If we get that cat, I'm gonna have to get a matching mount and pet. Because if you're not a hunter with a matching mount, pet, and companion, I don't know what you're doing with your life. You need to get that shit under control. Alright, so we'll watch out for that. I think the spectral mount now goes over 1 million gold, I think. So I don't know. Alright, so we actually completed the we got the achievement for Shilzar Basin. Let's see, go through the Waygate in Southern. Okay, so we're heading this way now. Are we? No indication on the map. Go through the waygate in the southern end of the Sholazar Basin. Been in the zone for about 4 hours and still can't say it right. Look for the weapon known as... Yeah, look for the weapon known as that. I think that's right around here, so... We'll fly over, turn in this quest, see what they want us to do, and then we'll grab that weapon. Alright, so no, we're not going to do dailies. We're done here. And the gate that we were looking for is somewhere over here. Oh, let's fly a little bit higher. So it might not have been that tower. Maybe it's this one right here. There we go. There's the gate. Alright, so I'm gonna get back on a normal mount just in case I need Sam out really quick. We've explored the zone and there we go. Alright, so we're going to turn that off and grind our way to the top here. Alright, so we need to obtain the rune inside the Terrence and bring it to, we'll call him Eddie. Bring it to Eddie. Gisma says, your faction rep must be nice. Yeah, I don't think I've actually looked at it. Let's see. Where is the alliance stuff? Yeah, I think I'm revered with Darnassus. And revered with... Oh wow, that's a lot. Let's see. Alright. So we'll give Sam a Dire Beast, give him a hand, give him a heal as well, and then we'll take out this guy. I thought this guy, this quest series might send you to Oldham. If it does, we could go inside to turn in the quest. We just wouldn't be able to kill any bosses. I got the ambassador title myself. Oh, for being exalted with all your faction reps. You know, I think I have that achievement on my main. I wonder if that carries over. Let's see. I think I do. Yeah, okay, I do. I think if you wear the tabard, the rep comes pretty naturally, just doing dungeons. But otherwise, of course, you know you have to do the quests. These guys are hitting Sam a lot more than I expected them to. All right, so we have, how much health does he have? 5.4, 5.4, 5.4. So let's trap him, give Sam a heal. We use Bestial Wrath just so we can eat through these guys pretty quick. Surprisingly, he's not going to cast a spell, even though he has a whole mage suit going on. And I should have refreshed Sam. There we go. So we get the item, the rune we need, and turn that back into Eddie. Yeah, you know, the one title I wanted to get, or I wish that was a permanent one, is the one you get from Blackrock Depths, I think, where when you kill the demons, you get Slayer of something incompetent, stupid, incompetent, demons or something along those lines, and I've always thought that was kind of funny. Bring the Omega Rune to the Avatar Freya, so let's grab that and take off. Oh, I get it. Okay, so we went to Ngoro, that's why this is... So, yeah, let's go take that gate. I don't think flying's going to help us much here. IG Smith says, not much farming. You should get too exalted. Yeah, like I said, I think if you're one of those guys that just kind of naturally does quests as you level, or you had Qyune before vanilla, not before vanilla, but before Burning Crusade, you kind of got a lot of rep naturally by questing. I think that's where a lot of my achievements come from, is just the grind I did during the vanilla Warcraft days. Alright, so I do miss the Argent Dawn grind. That was actually pretty fun. We had to put on the trinket and get the certain quest items to drop and whatnot. I actually kind of enjoyed that. Alright, so this is... Go to the Avalanche and deploy Eddie and use him to slay 200 Scourge. Okay. So let's fly over here and deploy our little guy here. Alright, so I need to be a little bit closer. Alright, so let's see, is that close enough? Yes, it is. Alright, so how does this work? We have Colossal Strike, Cataclysm, which deals to everyone. Let's see how this works. I'm a little concerned I can't see my health. I think we ought to be okay. So we'll go through and kill all these guys. I don't think they can damage you if let's see if I can use this guy to target myself. No, he's just gonna hit him. I don't think you can be killed while you're in this avatar, but that's generally why I'm not too big of a fan of these things. Run into the middle. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Alright. It's got a decent cooldown. Let's see. So we need to work our way up to the first named mob, it looks like. Unless someone was already here. Wow. I thought the cleave would actually take care of these guys. Alright, so we can heal ourselves. We can do... Let's go ahead and get some mana back. Kind of looking for the this guy. All right, well, oh, there he is. All right, so what is this attack? Mark Sanctuary. Remove the from combat and protect from all attacks and spells for 12 seconds. During that time, the cannot attack. So that's pretty much just oh shit, heal yourself kind of spell. So let's drop this. And attack as much as possible. He doesn't hit too hard. He's pretty manageable. Alright, so let's head on back here and keep plowing through with our makeshift demi-titan. The music timed this quest perfectly, actually. Alright, so we'll go ahead and heal up to full. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Yep, I messed up. I got too close to him too soon. That's alright, we'll use that big spell. Takes him down pretty quick. He does hit kind of hard. Alright, so that's taken care of. Keep on moving up north here and take care of this guy. Let's see, we'll heal ourselves too. And we need to generate some mana back. It does concern me a little bit that I can't see my character's health, Qyune's health. Alright. Just because I hate to think I'm doing okay and then end up this thing's killing me without realizing it. Alright, so that's done. We need only 75 more of these guys, so let's go back in this way. Oh, that was a waste. So if I'm thinking correctly here, I'm going to assume that once we turn this quest in, we're pretty much done with this zone altogether. At that point, I want to say let's just go back to Dragonblight, finish up the quest there, and see kind of where we stand as far as XP goes. Oops. Because I think we're going to be pushing it pretty close to get to 80, so I just want to kind of not get too far into a new zone and then you know, have an increased risk of dying to, say, level 80 mobs and Ice Crown and all that stuff. So I'm going to try to stand in the middle and get everybody here. Alright, it's 25 more. Those guys look a little densely packed, so we'll head that way then. $14. Nine more. Almost there. And these guys ought to do it here. Maybe I'll have just enough mana for one of these, and we're good to go. We'll jump off here. It says I'm in combat, so there we go. Turn this into the Avatar of Freya, and we should be good to go. Alright, and done. So let's take a look at the quest we have. If we go back to Dragonblight, we had these three. I know this is going to lead to a chain, so we can do that. We could just go right into Ice Crown though. How much health do I have? I don't want to get one shot by something just by flying in there, so let's find a flight path and let's fly to Dalaran. See if we have a entry point to get into Ice Crown. I think just because the initial questing in Ice Crown is so dense, it might be the most time efficient thing to do. Maybe a little bit more on the risky side, but should be able to handle it. I don't think we have too much of a risk of, say, falling off the boat. We just need to keep an eye out for the level 80 mobs. since I am flying, I'll pop this up. Just kind of give everybody. Usually I'll run through it, but I'll just leave it up here for now. These are all the other YouTubers right now who are doing the Ironman challenge. So if you are streaming it or you're kind of posting a condensed video, feel free to let me know your channel and I'll include it in there. All these channels are linked in the description, so feel more than free to stop by and say hi and give them a little bit of encouragement. I think Redzy's the newest one. I think he's going to stream tomorrow. I asked him about that earlier, so Redzy should be on a little later in what I'm calling the morning. So I think it's going to be later in the afternoon for you guys in Europe and later at night for you guys in Australia. But as far as Nylum and Burning Ember, they don't really have too much of a set schedule, so you just kind of stop by the channel every once in a while, see how far they've gotten. I haven't seen anything from Nylum in a week or so, so I did ask him if he's gonna continue that. Fellow Sweet, usually she does her stuff on the weekend, but I didn't see anything this past weekend, so there is that. I'm trying to figure out what that spinning thing is. Oh, it's just a gear. Okay. But yeah, Dollar Gaming, he kind of goes back and forth between putting a condensed version up and then doing live stream as well. His streams aren't quite as long. They, I think he tries to keep them down to an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And then other times he just kind of puts a condensed video up. So he's in Eastern Plagueland, so if, that one's probably going to be pretty entertaining to watch just because it's dangerous there. I think I nearly died 3 or 4 times. The troll graves, the patrolling mobs, and then there's that giant elite. So hopefully he makes it through there. And I think, where did I go after Eastern Plaguelands? I think I switched continents. I think I went to Failwood. Failwood's pretty good questing for those of you kind of going through there. There wasn't too many dangers there. Alright, so we're coming up on Dalaran here. Let's check the bags. We do have a couple items to sell. No new bows or anything, so that's too bad. It looks like we'll have to take Jordan's advice and either look at the auction house or potentially hope for one to drop in Cataclysm mobs. It's too bad it's 74 though. But I think it's going to be better than this one because the requirement for my bow is level 60. So let's see, what zone does Dalaran want us to go to next? Let me sell this stuff real quick. Repair. Turn all this stuff in. Alright. We're pretty good on food, I think. We have 32. We could probably buy one more stack, but no real need to. Speak to Officer Van Rossum to secure a passage to the Skybreaker and Ice Crown. So, Ice Crown. Here we come. This guy. No? No, we don't want to do Argent Tournament. Where the hell is Rossum? Oh, it's this guy. Okay. And we're off. Let's see. I was kind of hoping we would, let's see, land in the entry point here? Or is it here? Yeah, I think it's here. Because there's a pretty good quest hub to kill a bunch of stuff and whatever, but we'll see. I'm not really sure how the questing goes in Ice Crown just because I haven't done anything since Wrath came out. Afterglow, welcome sir. He says at this point you might as well just be playing vanilla. Yeah, it does make it a little bit more, a lot more challenging, especially the not dying a single time, it kind of changes your perspective on how you do quests and how you kind of... There's some quests that we've completely avoided, especially in Outland, just because the risk of dying was so high. One of them I did try to attempt, and it ended up knocking me down to 8%, so I had a super close call in Blade's Edge, and at that point I couldn't get out of that area fast enough. Did we just pass our ship, or... I'm pretty sure that's the Skybreaker right there, unless we're doing a see what the Horde's doing. Avitus, good morning, how you doing? We are 79 at the moment, but we can't do anything in Cataclysm until we hit 80. I just realized that this morning. I went ahead and kind of double checked just to make sure, because I didn't want to run to Stormwind and do a bunch of travel time while on stream. And thankfully I did, because you pick up the Hydro quest from the Hero's Call, I think that's what it's called, in the middle of Stormwind. And yep, I couldn't. It was a gray quest, so I couldn't pick that up. So it's actually something we have to... Alright, I'm going to kind of stay on a flying mount on the off chance that I accidentally run off the ship or something. Destroy the Ocular and then report to... what's his name? Okay. And this guy over here. Report to Tyrion Fordring at the Argent Vanguard. Alright, so I think that's going to take us... Yes, there. That's where we need to go. So let's go ahead and turn the quest in here. Complete that. And does that open up any other quests? No. So, yeah, let's do the Vanguard first. I think that's already lit up, so we'll just fly in that direction. So I think for Ice Crown, I'm going to use the flying mount more often than not, because that's kind of the nature of the zone. And we kind of want to get out of here. Well, I definitely want to be in Hydro by the time we're done streaming today, so we're going to expedite this process just a little bit. We will be questing over here at some point. I think the way this goes, it's like there's a massive bug infestation that goes through this little canyon, I guess we'll call it a canyon, and it's all throughout here, so I think we have to clear that out. The only quest that kind of concerns me over here is one where you have to sit in a turret and shoot stuff. I don't know if your character can get damaged while you're doing that quest, so we might pop in and out the cannon just to make sure we're not dying. Turn this in here. Alright, so that's one quest there. I'll report to Commander Intari. Actually, let's grab the flight path and maybe even set our Hearthstone here, so that if we click it, we don't end up back in Sholazar Basin. Alright, so that's that. I don't think... Maybe there's no Endmaster here? Huh. Alright. Maybe not then. Just double checking. Food and drink. Maybe not. Okay. No problem. We need to free 5 webbed crusaders and pick up the rest of these quests. What is this one? Bring him 10 forgotten depths venom sacks, and then this guy right here. What does he need? Kill 15 of the Rubians. All right. Easy enough. Kill and collect. So that's one freed. Let's go ahead and grab Sam, since that's the bad thing about flying, is that he kind of does disappear. Alright, so usually this area is crawling with mobs. Oopsies. So I just want to kind of be aware of potential respawns, and we don't want to find ourselves in the middle of a swarm here. We do need to loot them though, just for that venom sac. And what do we have over here? Nothing major, I don't think. Usually these quests where you're assisting the guard, just kind of be wary of, that kind of falls in the same boat as killing mobs that other players are hitting, because you want to keep your kill percentage and your killing blow, the ratio above 75%. Avita says, how long are you going to stream for today? I think we're going to go for the normal 3 hours. So that's going to end up for me 9 a.m. Server time. So we're about a third of the way through right now. I think that's plenty of time to get to 80. We just kind of see how far into 80 and Mount Hydra we can get, but I think that's enough time to get us there. We did really well yesterday in flying through Shalazar Basin. Still can't say it right. And ended up leveling twice, I think, in 2 hours, 3 hours. So that wasn't too bad at all. Alright, so we're gonna have, fortunately, these venom sacs do have what looks like a close to 100% drop rate. So that puts us at one more of those. See if I can steal this guy's kill. Nope. Yeah, and the fact that these things are running all over the place. Sam's still getting hit pretty hard. We'll slow him down just in case Sam dies. And good thing we did. So we'll res Sam now. One of the things you have to kind of keep an eye out with when it comes to the undead and killing them, or just engaging them in combat, is that for me it's watching out for Sam. For melee, it's just going to be watching out for themselves, because a lot of the undead stuff applies some sort of poison or curse, and if you get those and they stack, that's going to put you down a lot of health really quick. Alright, so that's 15. Turn in that. And this one. The XP's decent, I suppose. It's about, what were we getting? 11k, almost 12k. So that's pretty good. Speak to Argent. Him. Alright, so we're gonna probably need to use the Drakes for something here. I think we're rescuing people now. Yeah, rescue 3 captured Argent Crusader, so we'll grab him out. And where do we need to end up? Over here, so go ahead and use the speed boost. Use this opportunity to blink as well. Alright, so this one drops them off, number 1 picks them up. So, let's see. Oh, you know what? I think we can grab more than one. Can we? Oh, come on. We got 2 feet. Why not? Alright. So we'll just have to do this 2 more times. I was hoping we could, like, grab one with the left foot, grab one with the right foot, and maybe grab the other with our mouth, or the little T-Rex arms he has. But no, I'm gonna do one at a time. Alright, so we'll drop him off. Oh, the infirmary. So I think that's this over here. Alright? Yep. Vita says, cool, gonna sleep in a few hours starting second shift work today. Woo! I did second shift for a couple years, so I know how that goes. I think by the end, when I was had finished my second shift work rotation, I was staying up till 2 o'clock in the morning almost every night. So I didn't, at the time it didn't bother me, just because I didn't have much else to do. But now I don't think I could stand going to bed that late and then getting up that late. I feel like I'm always behind if I get up after the sun. Fat Man, welcome back. Fat Man says, is that a god here I see here? Oh no, it's just Qyune. Ah, you flatter. Hopefully that doesn't jinx me, but yeah. Just kind of recap, Fat Man. I went to Stormwind this morning in the efforts just to make sure I could get to Mount Hyjal, but evidently since the questing from the level range for Cataclysm is 80 to 85, Blizzard doesn't allow you to start the Mount Hyjal quest line until you're 80, so that's why we're in Icecrown. Otherwise, we would not be here for any reason. I think we can pretty much get to 80 without having to get too far into the zones where you have what is it, you start running into the areas and quest areas that are intended for your maxed out characters, and run across elite level 80s that could pretty much, oops, 2-shot you. Alright, so that's 3. Take this guy back here. I don't know why I'm dropping him off here, but okay. Avita says 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. here. Yep, that's so it's 12-hour shifts too. That's rough. Like I said, when I was working, we did 12-hour shifts, but the hours were a little bit different. It was 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. Report to Fezzik. Okay. So it wasn't as bad, but especially if we didn't do 12 hours. We could, if we did 10 hours, we're getting off at 12 o'clock, so it wasn't too big of a deal. Lola, welcome to the stream. Lola says, flying is temporarily allowed in Ironman, or you just prefer ground mount? I saw you didn't use flying in Outland. No, that's no problem. I've tried to explain it a couple times, but I know it. The reason I guess it's different is that, yes, to answer your question, I try to stay on the ground mount just to make it more engaging. Alright, so I'm gonna, and to me it kind of keeps the quote-unquote spirit of the Ironman challenge, in the sense that it's what you would have been leveling like if you were at that current level. We're gonna blow up that whole area over there. Shoot this guy as well. But yeah, no, that's no problem asking, of course. But yeah, for the most part, I'm going to try to stay on the ground mount, because it adds a layer of difficulty, and it's much more engaging and immersive. Whereas with flying, you kind of you're skipping all the dangers more or less. So that's kind of why I've chosen to stay on the ground mount as much as possible. Icecrown is kind of designed for flying mount, so I don't feel too bad using it, especially on the Skybreaker. But let's see, I'm gonna wait for these guys to kind of group up and then use the bomb. But yeah, no, in short, you can absolutely use flying. That's not against the rules at all. I just prefer not to out of the spirit of the challenge. I think this guy's gonna, yeah, he's gonna try to take out my cannon here. Alright. Oh, that's a nice group. We'll blow that up. But Lola, how you doing? Alright, so that's... There it is, 71. Okay. So we'll drop a bomb over there. Blow these guys up. But yeah, a lot of the stuff I do, you know, kind of don't take what I do as rules. There's definitely different allowances for the Ironman challenge. You know, such as wearing an epic shirt or an epic tabard. You can have epic, any rarity as far as shirt and tabard. I've chosen not to do it just because it's, I don't know, it makes it easier. Okay, I'm done with this quest. And the same with your bags. You can actually have hex weave bags if you want. Oh, what the hell? How much health? He's got a lot of health. Why? I want to shadow mode? Just on the off chance he's... Yeah, so that guy has 138k health. So, oh, I need to turn it in here. I'm just trying to get away from that guy as much as possible. Doesn't matter. Can't use any of them. Let's mount up and talk to this guy. Report to... and watcher. Okay. We can do that. But yeah, well, I hope I answered your question accurately. I kind of struggle with doing two things at once, answering questions and pressing buttons. Alright, so we need to kill 3 of these and 8 of those and 15 of those. Okay. So I think, oh, we got more here. We need to release 10 restless souls, and that's it. Is there another one? Oh, there he is. The gnomes. Retrieve 8 pieces of crystallized energy. So that's going to allow us to... Oh, I see another quest somewhere on the map. Oh. Quest icon was in the fire. So we'll take that. Alright, so we have quests to go here, as well as here. So let's take care of these first. I want to fly through this little cavern just because I can. And it's ice crown, so we'll land, pull Sam out real quick. There we go. And the slaying of the undead begins. Which is going to be, it's not too bad actually. It's just, in general, like I said, with ice crown, you really have to be careful of patrolling mobs, and that guy just, oh, he reses himself. Okay. Alright, so we'll slow you down just because you hit kind of hard. Man, hit really hard. Alright, so I think we can click this little restless soul here. Lola says, fine, thanks. Chilling at work. By the way, thanks for the answer. No, no problem. I try to answer chat as much as possible. It just makes the Ironman challenge a lot more fun, actually. So, yeah, if there's anything that's new or unfamiliar, feel free to ask or comment. Jordan helped me out earlier by letting me know there's a bow that's has a level requirement of 74. So maybe when we go to Stormwind and pick up the quest to get to Hydro, we'll grab that bow as well. If it's on the auction house, I did not see him. Jesus Christ. The other area about this particular, the other thing about this particular area of Ice Crown is the respawn rate is insane. So if you're unfortunate enough to come out here for the Ironman challenge, just kind of be aware that these guys respawn really quick. don't think there's any actual specific mobs we have to kill just yet. So we'll just kind of go through and slay everything we can. Alright, that's done. We do need one more of those big guys though, so I'm not sure where he is going, but we're going to get in his way. And give Sam a heal here. Actually, when Wrath was current, I kind of liked the questing out here. It was very new, very different, I guess, from what I was used to, and you know, we were all coming out of the Outlands at the time, so I actually enjoyed Wrath for the most part. Didn't rate it all, but as far as the content goes, it seems like everything else was alright. The Argent tournament was kind of rough, but like I said, everything else seemed a lot of fun. Alright, so that should be our last Restless Soul. And now we just need the Forgotten Priest slain. Well, where are they at? Are they just roaming around, or are they kind of in a certain spot? I thought they were in these ziggurats, but I might be wrong. Sam stayed there just long enough to aggro that guy. So give Sam some help, give him some Dire Beast. And alright, so I think the priests are in here. So let's go ahead and take care of them there. Give Sam another heal. I think they are by themselves. Oh, there's a couple of them in there. Alright. How much health do they have? 5,400? We should be alright. We'll silence that. Elysium, welcome. Thank you for the sub, sir. Or ma'am. Let's see. Yep, they see us. Alright, so we'll take care of that guy as well. I can't silence that since it's on cooldown. So we should just have one more priest and we're good to go. The crystallized energy and the these two quests are going to be in the Crystal Song Forest. I think that's the name of it. So we'll see where we go as far as where we are when we turn these 4 quests in, but we might go to Crystal Song Forest. There's the other priestess, so we'll just stand over here and snipe her real quick. That was quick. Okay. Alright, so that's done, and we will fly back. Avoid that guy. Normally, I don't run from mobs. If I'm coming across them, and like I just did there, that's probably the first one I've tried to just straight up run from. The thought process behind that is if you run from them, you're more than likely going to run through another mob, and then that mob may have a chance of hitting you, and if you get dismounted, then you know you've gone from a situation where you could have easily killed one to now where you might have 2 or 3 on you. Alright, so we need to kill the named guys over here. So yeah, I definitely try not to run away from any mobs. This guy, the first guy is in this one, I think. Alright, so we'll take out that high priest. Silence that. Spare Sam some damage, and we'll take out this one just in case we aggro her for any reason. This mob has, this priest has 100k, 109k health. So, alright, I'm glad I saw that. This is where we need to blow the horn to call the Death Knights. Let's just make sure we don't aggro this while we're fighting. Alright, let's give Sam a heal. What's probably going to happen, I'm not going to turn off taunt because I know for a fact that I'm going to forget to turn it back on. So what's going to happen, Sam's probably going to die a couple of times when we do this, but Avitas says you guys should like the stream more so people can find it. Thank you, Avitas. Yeah, I seem to be doing pretty good as far as that goes. I don't really know how the whole YouTube inner workings work with likes and subscribers and all that. I figured I'd just jump in this and go for fun before anything else. And oops. Let's kill him first. And we'll see how it goes from there. The goal for this month is to stream every morning at 6 a.m. and see how far we can get. So far we've done pretty good. This is episode 28, so we are doing fairly well actually. So can I do these? Alright, let's not get hit. So use the horn and okay. Why is he coming to me? We're going to alright, where's the DK crew? What happened? Why did they not come? There's their little thing. Huh. See, this is why I didn't want to do Ice Crown, because this shit right here. This guy's got more than 10 times my health. And the DKs didn't come. What the hell, guys? I main a DK. I'm so disappointed in them right now. Alright, so I think they come as you do increase damage, but what I need is someone to tank them because I do not want to get one shot. Sam got hit. Does that have my combat log have that? Excuse me. No, it doesn't. It doesn't show how hard Sam got hit for, but I can't get hit by this guy. That's for damn sure. All right, decisions. What do we do? Give it a second attempt, or let's see if the shit. So can we at least slow it? Alright, I'm going to I messed up. I don't have shadow mode, but the DKs are tanking it, so I'm gonna hop Sam up here. Alright. I think what happens is if we'll silence that. If Sam's tanking and if he dies, he might aggro straight to me unless one of the DKs pick him up. So I might actually be forced to... No, I'm fine. I'm alright. So let's just keep Sam dead and let the DKs do their thing. We do have shadow meld back. So what I'm thinking is that, you know, the DKs come out to give you a hand as you do more and more damage. More and more DKs come, or there might just be a lag, but it doesn't matter. We're going to grab our 4 cloth and get the hell out. And we're going to res Sam. Alright, so we only have to do that 2 more times. Venus says they're busy fighting the Legion. They need to get their asses back over here. Let's see. Let's go down this way and find the entrance, I think. So that's priest. We'll go ahead and kill her. Elysium says better not risk it, just 1 quest. Sorry Elysium, I saw that. Probably 15 seconds too late. Well, at least if nothing else, I can make like a compilation video of what not to do. Don't do this quest. Where's the entrance? I've thought about doing that actually, making some sort of compilation video for others that you know, kind of highlights the most dangerous zones, the easiest zones, what not to do, some tips that I found to help. Because there's good information on the website. There's no doubt about that. But I think there are other things that you could do to increase your chances of success. One of those being just have current food on you. I cannot overemphasize that enough. If you have current level food, it heals you so quick, and most people don't think about that because you run around with 3 times as much health with your BOAs. But you know, for me, if I get in a really bad situation where I take 50% damage, and then I can shadow meld and eat, you know, in 1 or 2 seconds before I'm back in combat, and that 1 or 2 seconds may give me 20 to 30% health. So that's you know, that's exhilaration right there. That's 30% health. Let's see, is there anything else roaming around? Someone says Ironman balls you got there. Yeah, you know, there's a fine line between having big balls and being semi-suicidal. Alright, so we're going to try to pop this and silence the hell out of that. Wait for our DK friends. So he's got 81k health. Alright, so if he starts running toward me, yeah, Sam's gonna stay dead. The DK he's hitting has 190, so I think we'll be alright. It's just more or less staying here long enough to get the free win. I'll take that back. I want to res Sam just because it's taking too long. I know one thing, if that fireball hits me, getting the hell out of here. Let's silence it though. There we go. Give Sam at least some help. I'm not taking damage from... Oh, I think that's the DK's thing, that little frost thing that keeps going in my direction. Oh, Sam's dead. Sam's gonna hate me after this morning. It's the first time I had to actually send him on suicide missions. Where is that DK at though? I don't see him back there. Yes, I do. Never mind. Okay. I got nervous there for a second. It's like, well, if the DK's gone and Sam dies, I'm the next one on the list. Alright, so we'll grab this and we'll be done here. Let's res Sam. Avita says, damn, you got good content right there if you do the guide. Yeah, I might try to work on doing that maybe by the end of the month, because right now I'm just kind of wanting to make sure I focus on the stream and doing that daily. If it seems like people are, you know, genuinely enjoying it, I'll probably carry that kind of time frame into August, depending on how my semester goes, my semester schedule is looking. If it's not too bad, because my courses look like they're going to be in the afternoon, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, so we got this bastard here. He has 109k health. Let's get Sam out. I don't want to shoot him and Sam not be... Actually, let's do this a little bit smart. Let's just send Sam in first, and then we'll call the DKs. I know this guy has some sort of cone feature, so I'm going to move over here. Try to heal Sam. Yeah, so that right there, You definitely don't want to be in that. And we'll res him right back up. Avidas, oh shit. I looked away for a second. He was right there on my screen. Avita says, what are you going to school for? I'm actually going for a master's this time around. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'll be the first one in my family's history to actually get a master's if it all works out. So really looking forward to that. Alright, so we'll turn this in here. And might end up having to go to Crystal Song Forest. We'll see. He might end up sending us back up to the Skybreaker to take care of. But yeah, no, the bachelor's program didn't put me far enough in debt, so I figured I'd go all the way and get a master's. Let's see where we need to go next. Yeah, it looks like Crystal Song Forest, so let's head that way. We need the energy, the heartwood, and the elven masonry. So that's, I think the masonry is all like kind of on the ground. And if I remember right, there's a horde camp somewhere right here. So let's just kind of drop off the ledge over here. I think everything's kind of, yeah, it's kind of overlapping, so that's nice. We should be hitting 80 fairly soon, I would think. We're about 2/3 of the way there, and yeah, so this is going to be the masonry. No, it's going to be the heartwood. Okay. The masonry is actually near the buildings, if now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, Avita's to kind of elaborate a little bit more. Me and Fat Man were talking the other day because he's from Russia, and just the difference in education systems and opportunities that abound. Americans. Education tends to be pretty expensive, so when I graduated high school I worked for a couple years, and then had it just so that the luck would have it that the economy crashed in 2009, so I just took that chance to say screw it, let's just go to school and see if we can get a degree and go from there. So in doing that, I've been fortunate enough to have the opportunity to look at getting a master's, so I've just been really fortunate in that respect. So grab this right here. We need 8 more of the crystallized heartwood, and I think these guys have the energy. So how much health do these big guys have? 16k. They are elite, so we need to kind of put our heads on a swivel here and make sure they don't sneak up behind us. It doesn't seem like these I don't know if those drop it or not. My UI sometimes, you know, it picks up on a quest. It's like, okay, these are the mobs you need to kill, and then other times it's like, shoot it, figure it out for yourself. Avita says, nice, hopes it all works out. I've been out of school 2 years, thinking about going back for higher education, but I'm chilling, working warehouses, working on my projects for now. Completely understandable. For me, you know, everyone's situation is very different, so you know, you can't really say, hey, go to school, or hey, school is a waste. It's you know, everyone kind of has to assess their own situation and figure out what's best for them, because the point of school is to make money, right? And you know, if you spend $80,000 to get a job that pays $20 an hour, you know, are you really putting yourself ahead, or are you really giving yourself opportunities? Is it better to go for, say, a series of certifications and whatnot? So there's really no easy answer to tell people, hey, you need to go do it or you don't. It's one of those things you have to sit down and be real with yourself for a long time and figure out if it's something you should or shouldn't do. Let's see, what is this? I was just about to shoot it like a noob. They do have I don't think there's any reason to kill those guys, except that they're patrolling. So you know what? Let's do it. It's just. Oh wow, she hits hard. So with that, we'll go ahead and sit down and eat. Oh, they do drop the crystal. So all right. So the next one we see, we'll just kill them right off the rip. All right, 100%. And the masonry should be around here, I think. If I can see one, I'll at least kind of get an idea of what they're all supposed to look like, but I don't see one yet. There it is, yep. Evidently I did see it beforehand because I have two of them. I don't want to speak too soon and say Iceland's been good to us. Ice Crown has been good to us so far, because it is a pretty dangerous zone, but the XP's been pretty quick though. Oops. Is that a piece? No. I might try Howling Fjord when I level a... I don't have permission to loot that. When I level a melee class, but I saw a lot of guys saying, hey, go here, the questing's pretty good, pretty easy, but that was one of the few zones that I did not care for at all. Either I had misaligned my quest so that I was running back more often than not, but that quest, that entire zone was just more or less a here, take this one quest, run way over here and do it, and then run way over back and turn it in, and just, it was a lot more running than actually questing. So I don't know if I would recommend that zone unless you just need the easy XP to get to 70 and then put yourself in Borean Tundra. Vita says it's a nice zone to look at too. Yeah, this one's Crystal Song Forest, and well, Sam died. He has to do apply a dot, so I need to pay attention for that. Let's see, we go back. Actually, no, let's push this way and get back into the quest area here. And I think we just have to jump across. By jump, I mean fly. Alright, so now this is pretty much a hunting quest where we're looking for the masonry. I see one piece in there, so let's come from this direction. That way we can kind of kill everything. Oh shit, one at a time. Let's trap one of those guys. There we go. So I guess we'll come in from this way now that we've cleared these guys out. So all my beasts couldn't figure out to jump through this gap here. Oh shit. Alright, so I don't want his dot to apply to me. I'm gonna go ahead and just res Sam. I definitely have to keep this in mind with melee, but these dots evidently hurt pretty bad. And we'll grab... Do we need that? Yep, we'll take that as well. Oops, there we go. So at least we have the heartwood and the, dang it, and the masonry in the same area. So he's got me down to 63%, so we'll eat some food here rather than making a bad scenario worse. Alright, good enough. So these guys do aggro through the wall, which is kind of a new thing. Or is he just able to see me? Oh, that's weird. Maybe it's just a little buggy out here. Oh wow, he was actually hitting me. I got down to 42%. Wow. That's interesting. That's one of my bigger concerns as well, is dying without ever noticing my health dropping at a ridiculous rate. So I guess he was hitting me through the wall, but he wasn't making any sort of animation, so I don't know why that was actually going down the way it was. So maybe there's a little bit of a bugginess involved. Alright, so we need probably to go this way. I think that's where the wood tends to be. We need just the ocular's been destroyed. Okay, no, that's for the other area of the map. So we just need the pieces of wood now. Which means we'll move in this direction and kind of keep our eyes low and see if we see anything semi-sparkly, I guess. Did these guys actually have a chance of dropping it? No. These guys might. Vita says, is there any reward for completing Ironman? In-game? Oops. I don't think there really is, in-game or out. I know there's not one in-game, to be honest, but I don't think there is one outside of game either. It's just kind of just to be able to say you did it. Batman says, alright. Koi noodles, coffee. Got noodles and coffee. I'm off for today. Alright, Fat Man, well, you have a good rest of the day, man. Take it easy. Yeah, the as far as rewards for each of the quests, or for completing the challenge, I don't think there is anything. I'm gonna need a res Sam here. It's just kind of like you can say you did it. I think it's me and Jordan talking about Asmongold the other day. I think he made it up to 81, so 81 or 82. So I think if I at least make it that far on my first attempt, I'm doing pretty good. All right, so let's avoid that. I want to mark them, but there's not really any point to, since the mark's only that big. And alright, so we have a piece of wood there, and we have one way over there. So we'll make a slight circle here. Oh, we got more over here too. Okay. I think we're gonna be alright then. Let's take this guy out. Just so he doesn't sneak up behind me. Give Sam a heal. And steal this real quick. That man says celebrating 80 soon. Yes, sir. Hopefully, maybe within the next 30 minutes, I'm hoping. We were out here a little bit longer than I thought it would be, but you know, such is the nature of questing. Grab this last one right here. We'll fly right back. Alright, so our quest turn-ins over here. We do need to watch out for that horde camp. If I had to bet, those probably have high-level NPCs near them, so I don't want to get anywhere near that. We are almost 25% of the way to 80, so I think we're doing fairly well, actually. I knew it was going to be a longer morning when I realized that we can't get into Hydro without being level 80, and I hadn't planned really much more than Sholazar Basin, so, but it's all good. We are almost there, and we'll be turning this stuff in and saying goodbye to Northrend here pretty soon. As well as Winter. Alright, so that's done. That's done as well. And follow-ups in here. Alright, so we'll deliver that to him. Poor Tyrion. If he only knew. Let's see, venture Crusader's Pinnacle and use the blessing of the banner. Oh, okay, yeah, we need to kind of build up a base camp on this side of the mountain, so that can be, hopefully that's not overwhelming, because it's one of those quests where it has waves of mobs come at you. So hopefully that's not too overwhelming. I'm gonna shoot this guy just because we do not need his nonsense here. We do need to heal Sam up though. So we'll throw down the banner once Sam's full health, and then it's pretty much waiting on all of our support to get here. There we go. Sam's full health, and here we go. I think this quest, this part of the quest actually lasts a solid 3 minutes. There's just, it's pretty intense actually. Alright, so I'm going to see if I can utilize these guys a little bit more. I'm going to stay behind them. Actually, see if we can trap one of them. Oh wow, never mind. They only have a little bit of health. Okay, so this might not be too bad. Venus says, Tyrion got wrecked. Yeah, he did. That's why you don't solo bosses, right? Alright, so I'm going to knock out the little guys before getting to these big guys here. Maybe, oh shit. One of them got trapped. Perfect. These guys only have, I don't know why I'm hitting them so hard. 5,200 health. Do I have a buff or something? Your power versus Scourge is significantly increased. Should we click that off? Oh, we can't. Okay, never mind. That's the other thing, is if you are new to the Ironman challenge, be very careful of your buffs and what quests give you. A lot of them, of course, you can't help, so there's no getting around it, but those that you can, whether you're taking a quest elixir or something, just try to be careful as much as possible with that. Mao, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Is it Mao or Mao? I feel like it's Mao. Let's see. I'll read that as soon as I get clear of these guys here. Silence that. Let's say Mao. Mao says you can get your character's name on the website as a reward and good luck. Thank you, sir. On your masters. I'm sure you'll succeed. Well, I appreciate that, Mao. Yeah, I'm kind of nervous about the masters, but I think at the end it's going to be for the best. So hopefully the next year and a half to 2 years is pretty smooth going. He or she also says, I was excited to get mine as well. Maybe one day you'll get a PhD. Yeah, you know, you can only hope. The one thing though is with my masters, I'm going more so for a to get back into the workforce, because then for me, mechanical engineering tends to have a kind of two routes you want to go. You know what I mean? Like you have your theoretical where you're testing the breaking edge of technology, bleeding edge of technology. You know, testing new theories and see if you can come up with something new or whatnot. And then there's the route where you're just want to be more well informed and better at a job. So in short, one's theory based and one's kind of more so practicality based. So given that mine's more practicality based, I don't know what the odds are of me getting a doctorate. We'll see what the future holds, but I'm pretty much doing the masters to kind of get back into the workforce. This might be something I end up doing on the side, because this is a lot of fun. Just kind of talking with everyone and kind of seeing their experiences and just cross-referencing and talking back and forth. So why are there so many of these guys? I knew it was going to be long, but I didn't remember it being this long. Oh, okay, there's the last guy. Alright, so we'll slow him down. Oh, that was easy. Alright, so we'll go and turn that back in over here. And now, Mal, what did you get your masters in, if you don't mind me asking? Seek out High Point Tyrion Fordring at Crusader's Pinnacle and High Ground. Okay. That is back where we just came from. That's done. High Lord has requested that you locate the hero Bride and Brad at Silent Vigil. Okay. So we'll go ahead and grab the flight path here. And I guess there's a quest in here somewhere. Go ahead and repair and sell some stuff. Mal says it's biology. Oh, see, like anything biology, nursing, stuff like that, stuff that's heavily memory dependent, I'm not good at for whatever reason. I don't know if it's just not practicing enough or not being able to maybe relate it to something, but I do not have the memory to be able to just understand or memorize all the different body parts and the functions, and then the especially for nursing, all the different medications and the pronunciations of them and whatnot. Okay, so yeah, so biology, hats off to you, because that's something I could not do. Seek out high captains aboard the Ice Crown. Okay, so we'll actually have to go back to that ship at one point. But until then, I don't think this gets us near that Argent tournament, so that's good. We'll mount up and fly to this quest. You know, it took me a little while to figure this out, but if anyone doesn't know, so if you highlight the quest that you're on or that you want to complete, it updates this on your minimap. It might be obvious for a lot, but it took me probably longer than it should to figure that out. So if I click on this quest, your little golden arrow up here adjusts to it. So that's kind of how those two correlate. Seems obvious when you say it, but like I said, it took me way too long to figure that one out. And I'm still opening my map for some reason. Alright. So let's see here. I want to say it's like a guy kind of by himself camped out in the corner here. If I remember this one. Alright, so he's just sleeping out here by himself. Bring news of the Crusader's fate. Is he sleeping? He's got full health. I might know if I read the quest. Alright, so we'll go turn this right back in. I'm not going to mess with the Argent tournament just because of I don't know what quest would flag you for PvP, and then there's a lot of jumping on the mounts and doing that series of quests. So I think the first tier of those quests is pretty easy, pretty straightforward in the sense that there's not much backlash. Like you're just practicing with the Argent tournament mounts. But like I said, I don't know when that actually stops and turns into the real thing, so I just don't want to put myself in a situation where I could get one-shotted, especially so close to leaving this place. But overall, I think Northland's been much kinder to me than Outland was. Outland's much more buggy, much more harder hitting mobs for some odd reason. There's just for that level, there's a lot more harder hitting mobs to watch out for. Alright, so we got that turned in. Press that you secure a passage from... Okay, so we gotta go to Moonglade, I guess. At one point, a portal was supposed to pop up, I think. Do we talk to him to get it going? Or do we find the druid? Nope. I feel like there's a delay. If I remember right, there was like a delay before that portal finally popped up. Unless it's on top of the tower here. Caleb, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Caleb asked, no deaths yet. No deaths. We're still doing good. This is the Ironman challenge, not the 10-man. So, we're holding strong, and only about 10% more, and then we're looking at Mount Hyjal. So pretty excited about that. And we still are on time. Where is the damn portal? Alright. They got me. I'm gonna have to read the quest. Speak to Keeper. So the Archdruid, target Lil. Let's see if Lil's around here. Target Lil. Nope. Okay, so maybe we'll just go to the Skybreaker then. It says nice. Indeed it is, sir. The we've had a couple close calls, that's for sure. There was a an 8% close call in, what was it, Blade's Edge. But seems like we average at least 1 or 2 close calls since the Outland. Today it was the elite mobs, the priestess, where you had to call the DKs to come help you out. Apparently those guys are not much for being summoned, so we had to wait a couple of seconds for them to come help us out. Let me see here. Alright, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to mount up and go to the Skybreaker. Actually, maybe I'll... no. I mean, I was going to go straight here, but Skybreaker is along the way, so there's no real need to have to do that. I can't remember if we're supposed to do this on our mount or did we take a bird from Skybreaker? Alright. That's us right there. Just make sure we don't want to land on the Horde boat. Caleb says, no world PvP. I've been, haven't been killed by the Horde yet. No, so, we are doing this on a PvE realm just because, in my opinion, I think if you do it on a PvP realm, it's impossible. And if you stream it, it's even more so impossible just because you are going to have those handful of players that want to come out there and help you choose another character. So, no, there's definitely no world PvP. I did accidentally get flagged in Hellfire, and that was definitely the closest, and it was a little nerve-wracking, especially those 5 minutes where you have to kind of wait for your PvP buff to fall off. So yeah, there's that. Let's see, Captain wants you to go to the broken front and question a dying soldier. Okay. Let me see here. Where is broken front? We'll go, oh, we got another quest actually. I think it's up top. Join the assault, report to the ground commander at Blade's Edge. Kill 20 Vicro, okay, we can do that. Is it all, oh, it's all right here. Alright, it's here, let's go ahead and do it. Hopefully these guys don't hit like trucks. What's this? I should rescue 10 Serenite mine slaves. Is that all in the same area? Yeah, alright. Well, hopefully this will get us where we need to go. If I can remember... Yeah, we want to go this way. Caleb says, especially if you're streaming. Yeah, I had a brief thought. I was like, well, you know what? Let me try. Oh shit. Alright, so these guys, let's freeze him and blow him up. Why in the world did they? Okay, so that's, we're going to, that's 26%. So there you go, Caleb. That is our close call for the day. Why in the world did that happen, though? Alright, so what we'll do is we'll just kind of sit here and gather our health up. How long does this trap have? It's got 30 seconds. We can... I'm actually going to give this as long as possible. Alright, so the good thing, that what I was telling you about earlier as far as the food goes, is always have leveled up food. So we can just stop right here and we're already back up to 75. So let's res Sam up. And wow, I don't know if landing here actually caused that or why that happened, or if we were just unlucky enough to get in the wrong path. But those guys are level 80. And alright, so we're all put together now. Shadow Meld has 50 seconds. Let's try that one more time. Yeah, you know, Caleb, the one thing I've kind of said that's been against the grain for a lot of Ironman challengers is that I would say the choice in your race has been more important to me than the choice in my class. See, like, I don't understand why all these guys are coming here. Alright, so we are going to feign death. See, I don't know if, like, they're coming here because if you kill one, they just all freak out. But, yeah, the race has been more influential. I've used Shadow Meld more than any other spell. Alright, so let's try this one more time. So it would be that this is the most difficult quest. Is he gonna despawn? No, we got him. Oh, yep, he's gonna despawn. I'm not 100% sure why this quest is doing this. Because they're, you know, when we were over here, they all ran in this direction. Now when we were closer to this one, they all ran to that mob. So I don't know if they're calling all their friends somehow. I'm not seeing any sort of text saying that. But yeah, no, going back to what I was saying, like if you're a night elf anything, I think you have a much bigger advantage than, say, even a orc hunter or something like that. Let's see. What I don't want to do now is I'm trying to anticipate how these guys are going to run to his aid if I engage them. Because if two of those guys hit me, it's going to be really sketchy. Mal says, it's just a different learning style. I agree. Relating to what you study helps you remember. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. P.S. Don't die. Reading comments. I want you to get past the wolves and warlords of Draenor. Thank you, sir. Yep, nope. That's probably been one of the greatest risks I've had. Is sometimes I'll read chat and I'll look back and I have this massive elite running at me. All right, so that was our close call for today. Let's say let's not have any more of those. I'm going to blow all my cooldowns on this guy and just kind of see what happens. Yeah, that actually made me jump. Jesus Christ. Alright, freeze him. I'm gonna kill that guy just because. Alright, so I'm at 66%. Sam, go get that fucker there. Jesus Christ. Alright, so we'll heal Sam. That is sketchy as hell, man. I'll let Sam heal up. Because when that guy spawned right beside me, I felt myself literally jump. Oh, he would throw that spear at me. Fucker. Jesus Christ. Alright, so that's down to 45%. Oh, it's poison. Let me go ahead and eat now. Stop talking about it. It's got 3 seconds, 600 damage each tick. That is insane. You know what? Screw this quest. We are done. I'm not. This is like a brush with death every time we hit one of these guys. All right, so let's. Is this guy on the Skybreaker? Is that how that's working? He might be. Let me no, he's just below it. Okay. The other thing you have to worry about out here are the skeletal dragons that kind of randomly fly around. So I do try to hover as close to the ground as possible. Alright, ground commander at the edge of the glacier wants suppression turret. Alright, so where is... Oh, you know what it is? We've picked up these dailies, and this crap's intended for people who are level 80. Oh, okay, I get it now. Where is 5? And then 4 is here. Let's go do that quest then, because I think all we're doing is content that's beyond what we should be actually attempting. No wonder it's giving good XP. When I saw it giving like 12 or 13k, I was like, oh, that's good. 2 of those and we're out of here. Yeah, that explains that. Alright, so we're going to... In all fairness, at least we did level 80 content. We can say that. We did level 80, part of level 80 content. Alright. Avita says, I'm out, man. I'll stop by tomorrow. Good luck. Thank you, sir. You have a good rest of the day. Let me, how much health do these guys have? 5,400. We have that over there with 5,500. Yeah, I think luck is what we're going to need to get through this last 10%. Oh, dying soldier question. Let's see. That'll work. Alright, I'm going to pull this guy just because I don't want him patrolling back. Because I think some of these guards, some of these guys die as you're questioning them. So we might have to work our way inward anyway. Oh, or we just lucked out. Let's see. Dying soldier kill. Wants you to kill 5 dying soldiers. Okay. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Does that include this guy? Yep. So we'll send him on his way. I'm going to try to stay away from that group. Send him on his way. Let's see. Send Sam in. That way he blows his hook on Sam, rather than pulling me into that mess. Kinda watch out for dragons. This is not the best place to be for the Ironman challenge. Probably the more intelligent thing to do to just kind of finish out the level would have been to go, say, to Grizzly Hills and just do the lower level quest, but what's the fun in that, right? Alright, so we have one more. I think we can get this guy without aggroing anything. Send him on his way as well, and then we'll mount up and go back to the Skybreaker. Try to avoid, make sure we don't run into any dragons. The we can recover, say for example, if where's our ship? That's the horde ship. Okay. If we get dismounted in the air, we can recover first off with a goblin glider. The number one concern with that is just make sure we don't land in a spot that's puts us in a worse scenario. The other thing is we could disengage, and that's kind of rolling the dice a little bit, but it is a hunter last resort, kind of like what the warriors have with their jump, I think. Alright, so turn this in. So I'll grab these quests. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just drop my daily quest here, because that's not going to end well. So abandon that. Didn't even make it through halfway that one. That was just way too much. And then it had a dot they would throw at you. I think we need to go down to the bottom of the ship here. We can turn this in. Let's see. kill a bunch of stuff, so we're gonna have to go right back where we were and kill all those guys again, which is no big deal. And let's see, I think this guy is down here. Yep. Alright, and then let's see, once on the broken front. Alright, so we have an item to take with us. Let's speak with, what's his name over there? So where is, yeah, we pretty much have to go back to the broken front and kill a handful of things. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, let's see. How does this work? We want to go ahead and target that. Also kind of make sure, keep an eye on the opposite faction, which is for us, the Horde. And stay away from that as much as possible. You know, I don't think there's going to be too much of a need to talk to him. I think once we get these two done, if we don't level while we're doing it, we'll level when we turn them in. So once there's a giant skeleton down there. That's the only reason I'm not dropping down low and trying to fly through there. Yeah, that guy right there. I don't want to aggro him, because if I fly through and I aggro him and he dismounts me, that's gonna make me land right there, and I'll probably take fall damage and all that fun stuff, and I don't see that being survivable. Alright, so we need bunches of bones. I forget what we're doing with it. I think we're putting something together. Yeah, that's right. This test dummy here. So maybe we're doing some sort of target practice. I think we need to make, what, 3 of them? Yep. Let's grab the last helm. Grab this right here. That is level 80, so we actually do need a killer. I'm going to trap that one. Now, I think it was only 3 different pieces we need to make a target dummy, right? Yeah. So we'll move away from that, just in case they drop a bunch of bombs. Yeah, okay. And we have respawns. So let's heal Sam up. That way we can at least kill this guy off before... There we go. Where's Sam? Oh, he's doing alright. He's alive. He's just kind of stuck there. We will survive this. Wow Noob says, hi stream. What's going on, Wow Noob? How you doing? We'll call you Wow. I feel bad saying Wow Noob. How you doing? We are almost at 80 here. So I'm hoping that in the next 5 to 10 minutes we will be hearthing out of here and then flying to Dalaran, heading to Stormwind, picking up our quest to give us our freedom. I need to be back over here. Okay. And then we're officially in Cataclysm and we've survived winter. I'm just glad that Deathwing doesn't light the zones on fire anymore. Alright, so that's done. We'll grab this item here. I think we're outside of that area. So let's run back in there real quick. I think we have all the items we need. We'll drop a... Nope. We need a helm. So let's do that. Let's grab a helm and ribcage, evidently. So we have the pile of bones. We need a helm. I wasted my silence on that. Whoops. Take care of him. Kind of make sure. Okay, let's see. I think the helm is. I don't see it actually. Do we still need it? Yeah. Okay. Risen Alliance soldier. Oh, that's too bad. Okay, so we'll grab the loot, and we need to find a helm. I think that's it, way over there. So that will complete this quest. And we'll drop that here. Excuse me. Alright, so that's done. We just need to kill more stuff now, so we'll knock that out. A dying berserker. Oh, you have to be flagged for PvP. Well, that's glad we didn't flag ourselves, goddamn. So we'll kill this guy. It's a good way to sneak in some PvP. So we need one more, after this guy we need one more, and then we need one more hulking abomination. Alright, so that pulled us like right where we didn't want to go. And where is that last guy we need? We'll go ahead and mount up. I'm at 74%. I think I'm going to eat just in case, because this sounds kind of rough. We need that guy right there. It's probably the dumbest way I could have pulled that, but that gets us a completed quest. And as soon as we find the Skybreaker, that gets us a Hearthstone to where we need to go. Almost there, guys. It's been a little bit more of a rougher morning than I was hoping, but looks like we just might make it. I think I'm turning it in here. And we have survived Northrend. Survived winter and everything else associated with this place. Now we're gonna safely hearth out of here, fly to Dalaran, and go to Stormwind. Oh man, that attempting the dailies, that it makes sense now, but for some reason I was thinking that or I wasn't thinking that it was going to be strictly for level 80s, but yeah, that was super close, and probably I think that was the second closest I came to dying, because I think I got down to 29% at one point. So let's go to Dalaran. We've made it. This would be a good chance to put up the other YouTubers' progress so far, since we're flying. Sorry if I'm repeating myself. Lalu says, good job, mate. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Dalaran's at level 40, Brewmaster Monk, Falasui, and then the rest of them are still level 10 to level 14. So a lot of them are kind of restarting too, so there is that to consider. But yeah, if you see him online, feel free to give him support and tell him hi. Let him know I sent you, and hopefully we kind of get a little YouTube network going on where we're all streaming. Maybe not streaming, but at least showing each other our progress. Like I said, maybe since I've hit 80, I'll start maybe condensing. Lilo, thank you for a subscription. Maybe I'll make some condensed films or videos where I show which zones are the easiest for me or which zones to stay away from, a couple of tips that I've had. So yeah, I'll try to add more content to it as we go, but for this month I just wanted to at least stream every morning and see how far we can get doing it that way. So with that all out the way, let's switch this back here. What we'll do is, while I'm flying, I think now is probably a good time for a little 5-minute break. Usually we do one 5-minute break in between the streams, so let's do that now. That'll allow me to do all the traveling part in the background. We'll come back in Stormwind and pick up from there. So we'll at least go to 9 today, maybe a little further. We might be doing pretty good in Mount Hyjal, but yeah. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, but 5 minutes. Thanks again, guys. Alright, welcome back. Something I did forget to mention when I was posting the other YouTubers' progress. If you're interested in looking at their channel and whatnot, I did link all the links in the description, if I can say that right. So that's available if you want it. Didn't quite make it to Storming. Went and grabbed a quick snack, so let's go ahead and abandon all of these quests. In fact, we forgot to turn in the one we completed. That's how ready I was to get out of Northrend. Alright, so let's get rid of all this stuff. I guess now is a good time to abandon everything. So we are done with Northrend. If nothing else, the Ironman challenge is a good way to complete a significant portion of the Lore Master achievement. If you wanted to go the super slow way about it and just kind of grind every zone as you go, obviously you'll get less experience as you level, but that's also something to consider as well. Let's see. Alright, so that's done. We have plenty of Goblin Glider kits, and let me check the food. I don't know if there's level 80 food here or not. That's 35, 65, and 75. Okay. Nope. That's I think the innkeeper is the one that had the bread. Excuse me. 75. Okay. We'll buy one extra stack for the hell of it. So we can sell this boat actually. Excuse me, sorry. So we'll give her that. And following Jordan's suggestion, we'll also go see if that bow is on the auction house. So let's see. I have no idea how glad I am to be out of Northrend. Cannot click this portal fast enough. Actually, in all honesty, Northrend was a lot better than Outlands, but oh, here we go. Speak to the Earthbringer just on the off chance that they're trying to send us to Vashir. I think that's how you say it, Vashir. Let's see if we can pick up the other quest from the message board. Alright. Heroes, that's right, Heroes board, Heroes call board. And Bashir, negative. We will be doing Mount Hydro, so let's speak to Cenarian Emissary. So we'll turn this in just for that little bit of experience, but like I said, if they're wanting us to go to Vashir, negative. And let's see if they have the bow. What's it called? Nogs? Is that it? Thank you, Jordan. If it's up on the auction house, that'd be nice. But it's not. That's a bummer. Just on the off chance I was spelling Nog wrong. Is there a buy quality? Yeah, evidently it's a white bow called Nog's Bow of Ineptitude, but I don't think it's on this particular auction house. But it doesn't hurt to check. Playing it safe. I don't think it's vendor. I don't think it comes from a vendor. Bow might have been too vague of a term, but cadet's bow. Let's see. A mossy longbow requires level 100. I guess I could preemptively buy that, but nah. Let's see, what do we have here? Level 40. Yeah, it doesn't show it by, only shows it by item level, unfortunately. So my bow does about 26 damage. But it looks like 64 requires level 64. That one requires level 74, still lower than what I have. I guess that's it. Alright, we're going to use the same bow. Alright, with that done and out the way, let's get into Mount Hydro. And we'll just leave Vashir right there. Actually, we do want to turn in this quest over here. Get that free 3,000 experience. Actually, I think that portal that we're going to take for Mount Hydro takes us to Moonglade first, and then we take a Drake or something up to Mount Hydro. Oh, wants you to look into the waters of Farseeing. Oh, I think that's kind of leading us toward Deepholm. Oh, we can just click the portal here. Oh, that's nice. I didn't know that. Okay. Well, since we got the quest, let's just go ahead and do this. Click. Talk to her. Send me there. And no talents. Turn this in here. Fight hounds we're using Aronis. So no problem. And here we go. First step into the Cataclysm Zones. I'm gonna try to take a look at everyone's health. It's 4,800 for him. It's not too incredibly bad. That's a big loop. Nope, same. I think we have to be able. I think we have to complete the whole quest series to actually get access to that spectral mount or whatever it's called here. So we'll probably end up doing that. I'll probably finish the questing here as much as that's feasible. Sorry guys, but yeah, we don't even have access to that rare mount or the rare owl, I think, until we complete these. Not sure why my throat's not trying to clear out. Okay, I think we're all right now. So I think the introductory quests into Hydro are pretty straightforward. It does start getting a little sketchy when you go into the caves. The respawns, I do remember those being a little overwhelming, but I don't remember if that was due to just the sheer number of players killing stuff. So we'll just use the same tactic pretty much as we've been using. We will go into the caves, clear everything as quickly as possible, and then once we get out, we'll just hearth out. Or once we get to the end, we'll just hearth out. Alright. So let's first find a hearth. Find the innkeeper. Oh, there she is. Oh, I like to make this in my home. Let's see if she has any level 80 food just on the off. Oh, she does. Oh, I just wasted my gold buying the level 75 stuff. That's 15k in 30 seconds. That doesn't make sense. Level 80 food has 15k health over 30 seconds, and then level 75 has 20k health over 30 seconds. And then it's cheaper. That doesn't make any sense at all. How much is this? Oh, it's also 20k. Alright, well. Never mind then. General goods, guardian, quartermaster. Just making sure there's not like a gear vendor here. Alright. That's enough wasted time. Let's get this done. As Hydra burns, we'll turn that in. Speak with Mafirian Storm Rage. And we'll grab this fight path first. Because once we grab those two quests, it's pretty much killing our way. Let's see, we need to slay 4 Twilight Insiders. And okay, so we need to feed the berries to the whatever those little fairy dragons are. Fairy dragons, that's exactly what they are. Okay. But I think we need to find the berries to be able to do that. I think. I can't quite remember now. Alright, so once we have this, do we just... How does that quest actually... Oh, okay. So we just throw this at the fairy dragon, and then they find who we need to kill. Oh. We don't have to do 4 of those, so that's kind of nice. So we just need to find some more berries here. 3 more specifically. And I think I saw a berry over there, so we'll take care of that. They die a lot faster than I thought they would. I guess we gotta target them. I thought these guys were just going to wreck us. But you know, and now that I think about it, it makes sense that they don't. Because usually your entry level mobs tend to be a little bit easier. Yeah, I think the insiders here are always going to get the first hit. Alright, so that's going to be 2 more of those. And then we need to find 1 more berry. Go ahead and kill him while we're waiting for the guy to be found. Alright, so once that's done, we'll res Sam, grab 1 more berry, and then turn them in. Kind of hoping that the XP is a little bit better, but there wasn't a significant jump from Azeroth to Outland, and then from Outland to Northrend, so I really don't have much reason to think that This is going to be jumping XP for each turn in for Cataclysm zones. Oh, there we go. Alright. I might keep these around. They have a chance to be useful. And then we'll turn in here. Find that last insider. I wonder if I stay back, if I'm able to shoot him while he's chasing after me. Oh, well, he's looking right at me. God damn. Yeah, no, he's always going to get the first hit, so just be aware of that if you're doing this quest. See if we can slip by these guys without being noticed. And turn it on. Yeah, the quest seems to be about the same difference. We were getting like 11.9k generally speaking, while we were at 79, and I think this is giving us 12.3. So I think they normalized that jump. Alright, so we need to burn the encampment here. But we're 10% in, and I'm still just kind of excited about we're level 80. We did make it this far at least. Alright, so camp's just over there a little bit. By the way, if you're a pet battler, the Nordrutsil wisps, this is where they're at. They're pretty strong for most of the uses that you need them for. I think the faster one you get, the better it is. I can't remember what the priority was, but I think it was the faster the better. Alright, so we need to burn this camp somehow or another. Is there really a reason to kill these guys? Just on the off chance that they give us a quest reward? Our quest item? Silence that. And we'll request fires. Alright, easy enough. And then, yeah, we'll just turn that in. I don't think there's much follow-up. You know, the quest might be giving the normal, I guess, quest amount, but the mobs out here are generating probably, I don't know, 20% more XP, so there is that to consider if you're debating whether or not to finish up a zone at level 80. You know, the mobs out here are generating just a little bit more experience. And I don't think there's any follow-up, I guess. So we need to follow the path here all the way around. And let's see. For some reason I was thinking we had a lot more to do in that general area, but maybe maybe that's not the case anymore. I'm not sure. See if we can avoid this guy. This is a pet battle master, so there is no pet battling in the Ironman challenge, so I think the XP that pet battling generates is pretty good, and kind of negates the whole Ironman challenge in general. It's a pretty zone. They did a really good job in creating it, that's for sure. Oh, I think I do remember how this goes. We kind of clear out this little area and then work our way back. That's right. I think. I think there was a few hard-hitting mobs out here too. Now that I'm kind of seeing this whole area again. I'll just run through him, not to aggro the other guys. Because we're probably going to need to kill them anyway. Yeah, kill 4 Twilight Flamecallers as well as Vanquishers. And then obtain 8 bone fragments. So yeah, we'll just clear this circle out. So a lot of light in the way there. Ooh. Guess we'll be eating again. Jesus. They do hit pretty hard, that's for sure. I thought, I didn't expect them to take me down that far that quick. We'll heal Sam up, give him a chance to recover a little bit. Take out this guy. And we're good. Alright, so the bone fragments are over here, I believe. So let's kind of grind our way over there, all the while healing Sam up. Yeah, I think we just click these and we're good to go. We don't really have to mess with the fire elementals too much. Unless, of course, they drop the pieces. How much health do they have? Ooh, 16k? Yeah, let's not mess with that. He did put us in combat. Alright, well, let's just kill him and see if he generates any, I guess, fragments when he falls apart. Try to keep Sam alive here. Silence that. And nothing. Alright, so yeah, there's no point in trying to fight those guys, actually. We will knock out the Flamecallers. Okay, I think that horde just came and claimed everything, so that's fine. This is going to be a little bit of a busy zone with other players here, so we'll kind of keep an eye out for that. Let me see. We don't need to mess with him. I guess we can try to work our way into this small area here. But I think all we're going to do is probably clear out the next spot for, yeah, the horde guy. So we'll grab this real quick. Is there a big mob here? Yeah, so we'll watch out for him. How many flame callers? So we still need a couple flame callers actually. Take care of that. Yeah, there's a lot of horde here. I'm not sure why. Probably just the luck of how the servers are merging. But we'll go ahead and grab these items right here. Take care of that. Take care of that guy. And we'll grab, how many more of these do we need? 4 more? Okay. And try not to get aggro into that guy. Try to avoid PvP as much as possible. So we need one more staff fragment. Perfect. And then we need vanquishers. Oh, okay. I thought we had already killed them all. I guess not. That's vanquisher there. Lalo asked how much I hate Bashir. I hope you survive that crap after Hydro, or is there any chance to skip it? Yeah, I think most people kind of have the option to go to Bashir or go to Mount Hydro. So my goal is to skip it entirely. What I'm kind of worried about is if we maybe don't generate enough experience to go to the next quest zone, then maybe we'll have to do a little bit of questing out there, but hopefully finishing up Mount Hydro will lead us straight into maybe another zone. I don't know which what other zone there would be to go to, or which typically after Mount Hydro. Now I'm thinking about it, where would we go? Maybe, oops, no, that's 84 to 85, 80 to 82. Not entirely sure. Maybe Odom? Maybe that's where we go next? That's 83 to 84. I feel like there's a deep home. That's right. That's right, that one. Hopefully that quest to enter into Deep Home doesn't bug out and we don't free fall all the way down to the bottom. Alright, so we need that vanquisher there, and that should be it. Yep. I should have stayed on the mount. I don't want to I don't want Sam to despawn. Need to heal him up anyway. Alright, so we got these done. Kill 30 unbound flame spirits. And I think that's it. Okay, yeah. So let's clear this guy out. I guess we just use the staff on the elites we were trying to fight earlier. I'm gonna take out the flame caller first, just because we really don't need his nonsense. Oh shit. So that is 6 of the small guys, okay. And there we go. Oh, he's already got that one, okay. Yeah, usually I'm not too worried about PvP, but just the fact that I have a third of anyone's health is just making me play almost like extra careful, I suppose. Oh, I don't see any of the guys there, so let's go this way actually. When I was doing the other quest back here, I saw a couple elites flying, so this area is kind of densely packed. Almost too dense. So let's see if we can use the staff from this distance. Oops. Alright. Looks like we did accidentally tag these guys, so Go ahead and finish them off. Hey, bud. Alright, so that might be our last one over there. See if we can safely work our way across. Alright. Take care of him first. Looks like he wants to crawl up. Hey, bud. Alright. Well, there we go. Try not to back up too far in case I don't back up into anything. And that is, yep, that's all 30. Let's see. So we'll turn that in, and then we need to carefully do this quest because this can be a game ender for sure. So I think the way it goes is that you weaken them, and then some balance of weakening them, and then running back out when he does his AoE. So I guess we have to just weaken them 20 times. So this might be done slower than normal, just because his AoE is going to hit a lot harder than it would hit someone else. We'll heal Sam up here, try to grind our way through here. Big Bill says, be careful on this part. Thank you, sir. Yes, it is. Thanks for joining, by the way. Welcome back. You can get thrown. Oh, you can get thrown up in the air. That's how that goes. Okay. Thank you for the heads up. Yeah, so let's see if we can find a safe way to do this. We kind of have to do it just because it's a if you don't, it's going to block your progression within the zone. So let's look at this. All right, so he's kind of tagged already, so it's not going to do me too much good to mess with him, I don't think. What's that? Yeah, that too, because he is fighting the NPCs. So while we're waiting, we'll heal Sam up here and just kind of take a look at him. Alright, so this kind of, he's going to do his AoE, what looks like maybe 5 seconds? 7, 8? We'll say 8 seconds. Alright, so he's not dying. I wonder, let's wait. Let's wait for him to finish his AoE. And see if we can still get credit even though he's tagged as a horde mob. So we'll run in. Wait, yep, nope. Let's get out. So each wave is going to hit for about, we'll just call it 20%. But the I'm in combat too. So I'm going to assume these guys are outside of his wave. So we'll stand right about here. Alright, that's the last one. That's enough. That's a good trial run. Alright, so I'm going to stand right here. Try it one more time. And we'll do maybe, yeah, I think 2 at a time is how this is going to work out. Because I'm not generating any health while I'm in combat. Oops. Running in. Get 2 ticks off. And running back out. Go for 2 ticks and running back out. Might have been a little slow to get in there. All right. This is slow, but it's better safe than sorry. Yeah, because like Bill said, it might knock me up in the air, but it'll definitely take. I ran in there late, but it'll definitely knock my health down really quick, and then it's going to be even more difficult to get out of combat. He didn't do his flame. He did his flame thing late. I don't know why, but we're not going to alter what we're doing because that'd be a good idea for. Our good setup for killing ourselves. All right, and we're out. Has made a living bomb. Move away from your allies. Okay, no problem. You guys are on your own. Shit. So we'll use this. Thank you, Big Bill. I was wondering when that was coming. Yeah, that's why I have a Goblin Glider on in 3 places. Kind of like just, oh shit, I'm gonna click somewhere here and hope that I click it in time. If I was really good, I'd keybind it, but that's alright. Alright, so turn this in. Thankfully survived that. Speak to Ashrat the Ruins and Mount Hyjal. Alright, so I think this is where we fight the Pokemon looking bird. Oh, let me go ahead and heal Sam up here. We don't have any quest items to use, so that indicates there's a good chance we can survive just by engaging it normally. Okay, stay away from that. I freed up some of my allies, that way they can fight that guy or help me if I need it. So I'm 90% sure when we turn in a quest, a bird comes, and I'm not sure how we're supposed to address that. Just to play it safe, I'm going to read this quest real quick. Alright, let's see. The Druids of Hydro are not only sworn once to defend this land, the Emerald Dragons have once again become a powerful ally to our cause. Speak with Lysri at the Ruins. north and see what you can do to help. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna kill these guys just so if I disengage off the building, I don't land right on top of them. Oh, that's our first emerald cloth, so we'll save that. Give Sam a quick heal. And complete the quest, and then we find Mount Hydro. Alright, so we need to... Huh. I thought the bird was going to come, but maybe that's farther into the quest. So let's run into here and see what we can find. Complete this. An overseer's key. So let's see, where is... We'll kill that guy. I'll silence that just so we don't have to deal with it. And good to go. I returned to what's your name in the ruins. Okay. So that's done. Not too big of an issue there. I know we have to go into a cave at one point, but I don't know if that's before or after this. Like that, speak to Captain Stormminer at the Denzin and Hydro. So that's there. So does the cave take us all the way? Yeah, I guess so if it's called Denzin. Captain Stormminer. Is she inside? Is that the question? Yeah, it looks like it. Alright. That's what we'll do then. So I'll leave these guys to fight their own battle. Give Sam a heal. And turn this quest here, it looks like. Or is it over here? I think it goes down and around. Yeah, because if we go back up here, something worth mentioning is that you have a little downward arrow indicating that the quest person's below you, so we'll keep going down then. Probably don't need to kill these guys, but just to be thorough, I'll help them out. Probably won't affect my kill percentage all too much. Alright, so should be alright. I guess we have to escort this guy out probably. Deliver the Archdruid Fandral Staghound to Zero. Okay. So is he coming? Yeah. I'm gonna tag him just so we can make sure we see him clearly. And run back out the cave. We might have gotten lucky. Someone may have cleared the shadowy things before we got here, so we may have gotten lucky with that. Some of them. There's one. The escort quests where you kind of lead the way aren't all that bad, to be honest. You know, you can typically go at your own pace and pull as necessary. It's the ones that decide to go at their own pace that kind of develop a recipe for disaster. Alright, so speak to Sarah. Is that her? No, we need to go back. So I think we can hearth back there, right? Yep. So we'll do that. I think we're lagging out. Well, that's a good spot to lag out, I hope. Okay, there we go. Alright. So yeah, that's lagging that long. I don't know if it's just because we are hearthing and changing positions out of one phase into another, but if we run into that again, that'll definitely be deadly. Return of the Ancients, so we'll grab that. I think that's all we need. Okay, so... oh, nope, there's the other quest. So we'll pick this up, locate... what's her name? Shrine of Aviana. And... perfect. Alright. Well, you know, I think that's a pretty good stopping point. We've hit 3.5 hours, so I want to park outside the end. Yeah, look, my latency's 620, so it is Monday. That's normally kind of what happens on my end anyway. So maybe this is a good stopping point, and we don't want to risk pushing it too far. But as always, I do try to log outside the end. That way I don't build up too much rested experience. We are just about halfway through level 80, so that's been a good 30-45 minutes. So we'll log out here, make sure we're all safe, and we're good. So we are now level 80. So thank you guys, as always, so much for watching. If you like the video, hit the like button. If there's something you want to see different, throw it in the comment and suggestions, and we'll take a look at it. But yeah, until tomorrow morning, we'll start again at 6 a.m. I will see you guys there, and you guys have a good rest of the day. Thanks, and bye.